Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me. Today, we will be discussing the three key teaching and learning theories. We're going to talk about behaviorism, cognitivism, and constructivism. I will also give you a quick example of how I'm going to use it in my EMS classroom. Okay, so we're going to look at learning through reinforcement, learning through thinking, and then also learning through experience. By the end of today's session, you will hopefully be able to explain all three of these theories of teaching and learning, and also how to identify which theory to use with what type of learner that you've got in your class and what type of concept that you're trying to explain or teach. And like I said, how to apply them in your EMS classroom. So let's jump right in. Let's start with behaviorism. Behaviorism is a more teacher-centered theory where the teacher does most of the work, most of the talking, also provides most of the feedback, while learners are a little bit more reactive than proactive in this type of class or this type of concept that you're trying to explain. And although that we can ask learners to answer questions, we usually use behaviorism theory to lay down a foundation of knowledge that we know they need to know, but does not necessarily need a deeper understanding of it. So I would use a quiz for behaviorism where there's short answers, short feedback, like I said, reinforcement, and also a lot of repetition happens in behaviorism theory. Then we're going to look at cognitivism. Here, the learner becomes a little bit more proactive. We focus on thinking, and the teacher guides the learning a little bit more, and the learner now needs to talk a little bit more out of deeper understanding and experience, and of this foundation that's already been laid. They have to now start making a connection between what they understand and the concepts that we are trying to teach them here. I find that cognitivism is easier to use in a lower grade, for example, grade 8 and grade 9, where they do not necessarily have the deeper knowledge or the deeper foundation yet, but they do have some knowledge to fall back on. Here we will use maybe a guided case study where we will give them specific things to look at and to work in as a group, but the teacher will definitely still be quite active here and organizing their knowledge, make sure that they go into the right direction, where we give them, like I said, a group work or a case study where there's already specific detail given to them. And then last but not the least is constructivism. Here our learner becomes a lot more proactive. Constructivism is a lot more learner focused. The teacher stands back and the teacher is more of a facilitator here. The learner have to actively engage and solve problems. We also encourage a lot of critical thinking and real world application. In my EMS classes, I would here use a real world scenario. I would make my learners the government of different countries with different problems that they have to solve, and give them the free reign to rule their own country, and tell me how would they try to revive the economy, what would they do with unemployment rates. So here we will give them a little bit of a broader problem to solve, and we know that they have already got the foundation that's been laid down, and they can just fall back on that to be able to participate in this type of content or this type of question or assignment that we expect from them. Okay, so in conclusion, we have each of these three theories plays a very important role in teaching and in learning, And it is important for each teacher to be able to adapt to the learners and not only of what feel comfortable for you as a teacher. The learner and the concept must guide you on which theory will you use in your class for that specific grade and the specific content that you are going to try and teach that day. And it is important to try and use a combination. Not only will it help you as a teacher, but also I think it makes your EMS classrooms a little bit more interesting, and it challenges the learners, and it also helps to lay down those deep foundations. Okay, so if there were any questions, I would take them now, and thank you for participating in today's lesson.